We are live right now. How's everybody doing? All right. So today I'm very happy to actually bring my good friend Kevin on board with us. All right. So Kevin, if you guys don't know, right, Kevin is actually the king of referrals, right? People in the marketing industry, we all call him the king of referrals. So this guy is amazing. You know why or not? Because he got 600 referrals in a month, guys. This is really crazy. I've never heard of anybody in the industry that got 600 referrals in a month. And guess what? He don't do any cold calling. He don't do any roadshow. He don't do any door knocking. So this is really amazing. All right. So maybe I let Kevin introduce himself because I think when I introduce him, right, I probably discount some of the efforts or the amazing things, right, that he's capable of. Kevin, so I'll pass the stage to you. Share with our audience a little bit more about yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin, and John, thanks for having me. Really, I'm very honored, very happy that you invited me to this. Okay, thanks. It's correct. Actually, now recently I've been doing quite a few interviews, so it's become my tagline, which is true. I have never done a single cold call. I've never done a single door knock. I've never done a single road survey. I've never done a single road show. Never. I'm in the insurance industry, and I've been doing referrals since the last 10 years purely on referrals.
Amazing.
And because of that, referrals, right? I've been able to establish three very established markets that I've served because of referrals. Because we know birds of the same feathers will flock together, right? Yeah. So I'm actually very deep into the market of the Filipinos, Malaysians, Indonesians, the foreigners in Singapore. I'm also very deep into the lawyers of Singapore. I'm also very deep in where my friends who are in the what do you call that, the IT consultancy business. Yeah. So, but maybe more of my clients are, these are the three big groups. And because of referrals, yeah, I didn't become a general practitioner. I become a very specialist. And we all know GP versus specialists, who make more money.
Definitely specialists.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So referrals has made me be able to specialize so that I don't need to serve everyone, but I serve a very specific group that I like them and they like me too. Yeah.
Awesome. So Kevin, there are so many marketing methods out there, right? There are paid methods, there are organic methods, but I'm just very curious, why did you choose referral method, and why referral method, in your opinion, is the best marketing method, right, to actually generate high quality and consistent leads?
Okay. John, is a very good question. I get asked that a lot, but I want to clarify certain things. First and foremost, right, I won't say referrals is the best method of them all, because okay, let me share with you my story. Because before I entered the industry, I met different managers and directors and mentors, right?
Yeah.
So when I meet different people, each of them have different kung fu. They all have different skill sets. The cold calls skill sets who are very good, there are some who are very good at road shows. I'm lucky and I happen to meet a mentor that is very good at referrals.
Wow.
Yes. So after comparison with all the different mentors and skill set, I feel that I want to go for referrals because I kind of vibe and click very well with the manager as well.
Yeah.
So I went into the school of referral kung fu. So from then on, I started learning all the kung fu from all the different mentors on referrals. And I admit I am the type of where my mentor asked me to jump, I ask how high. So whatever he teach, I just follow and do, and I get results very fast. Yeah, I think it all comes down to one word. It's called conviction.
Wow.
Conviction and belief in the method that is taught, and also the conviction in referrals is the way to go for our business. So I'm never against. John, I'll be honest. I won't say referrals is the best, because I mean, we have friends who are very good with organic traffic.
Yeah.
And they have friends who are very good with ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, etc. Yeah, I think each of them have their own kung fu, and they are very deep and convicted in it, and they're very good at it. So for me, I come out of the referral school. So I'm glad I had good results. Yes.
Awesome. So I'm just curious, right? After learning like the referral method, right? How long does it take, right, for you to get your first referral?
Ah, okay. So what happened was, I think okay, I'm in the insurance industry, right? And I
Yeah.
also share with other friends who are in different industries as well.
Hmm?
People always have the misconception that I need to debunk. People think that, oh, ask for referrals, 很容易啦, very easy lah. I just ask, oh, hey, do you have referrals for me?
Yeah.
No, not. It's not as simple as that. There's actually many steps that you need to do. There are a lot of training you need to do. So I actually went through a lot of training, a lot of practice, a lot of rehearsals
Hmm.
with my team and my mentors. I actually did 30, 30, 30 times 2 hour session. Just
Wow.
6 hours of sessions, live sessions, role play sessions, right? Before I can actually meet my first client.
Okay.
So when I get drilled so much,
Hmm.
when I meet my first client, I still remember my first client gave me 7 referrals.
Wow. That's
The first
amazing.
appointment. Yeah, so it's all due to it's like, you know, you go
Practice.
BMT, right? Like going to the gym, you do a lot of training, then you come to the performance.
You're
Okay.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So Kevin, can you share with us your referral framework? Can you just give our audience some advice on your framework?
Okay. John, you're referring to your community who are in the
Yeah, most of
e-commerce.
them they are in the e-com industry. Some of them even though they are doing online, some of them they might also have physical stores as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay. Then, in terms of my methods of getting referrals, right, it is very dedicated towards the art and science of how my questions that I talk about, right, is really very in depth into insurance industry.
Yeah.
But let me share with you the framework so you can contextualize it into your industry. So
Yes.
there are a few things I always talk about. The very first thing is belief. Do you believe you deserve referrals?
Wow, amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
Do you believe you deserve
yeah.
referrals?
Yes, you're right. I always ask all my students, my coaches, when we do sharing interviews, you must ask yourself this: do you deserve to be referred? Are you good at what you're doing? For people who are new, don't worry. Do you have a very good mentor behind you? Do you have a good team to support you in what you do? You know, when we are new, it's okay. We cannot say no, when we're new, we cannot say we're very, very good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But today, when you're new, you should have a good mentor that can support you. You have a good team behind you that can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just about you. Do you believe that your team, your mentors can help you? That's most important. It starts
Wow.
here. It starts the mindset. So it starts with the mindset. Once you have that, that's the most important. Once you get it settled, number two, you look at, do you bring value to the table?
Do you bring
So
value to the table?
yes, if you bring value to the table means when you talk to your clients, right? Yeah, over Zoom or what. If you bring the value to the table, you bring the value across, you truly believe and you have did the work. We don't say you just do very little work. You do a lot of work, you do a lot of studying, a lot of reading, a lot of practice. You bring good value to the table. Please remember, I will tell you this: ask for referrals because you deserve it.
Wow. I like the
You
whole
deserve.
idea of how you put it, like value exchange, right? Value
Yes.
exchange.
Yeah, the a lot of okay. So in my industry, right, a lot of people say that, oh, Kev, I need to close this client first, have a case,
Then ask
make a
for referral.
client. Yeah, then ask, cannot. That means that you don't believe during the first appointment that you have, right? You don't bring enough value. Because okay, for my industry, during the first appointment when I meet the client, we actually don't close a case. It might be more fact finding, understand about that client, right? Yeah, but we might not close the case at the first appointment. But we bring a lot of value and advice. So that is when there's an exchange of value. I offer the prospect value, very good value and advice. In exchange, I normalize it and tell the client that you should be sharing with me referrals.
Wow.
So it's about belief. Then we talk about the value you bring to the table. Then you ask for referrals on the first appointment when you believe in your value exchange. Yeah. And most importantly, I think what I do in terms of framework, right? I think most importantly, the pre-framing. Yeah, we talk about
Pre-framing.
pre-framing a lot. Yes, where at the beginning of the appointment, right? I actually make sure I let the prospect understand, I communicate this. Because when you initially meet someone, right, you may not communicate your beliefs. So initially when I meet a client, I always communicate that I am in the referral-based business. Or if I'm new, okay, if you're new, I'll say I would like to grow a referral-based business. That's number one. Number two, I'll share with them why. Let me do it very simple. Let's talk about my industry. I think, would you want someone that you do not know to manage your money? Would you want someone that has no credibility or no good team behind them to help you with your e-commerce business?
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, right, I tell my clients, this is why I want to build a referrals-based business. Because if you have a good experience with me, naturally, I want you to refer someone to have a good experience as well. This is all at the start. All at the start of the appointment. All at the start.
I really love how you phrase it. I really love how you actually pre-frame and phrase it. It sounds like so smooth.
Yeah, so it's all at the start. I mean, this is I think years of training. So I do my sharing of my experience. Okay, so this is what we do. So pre-framing very important. It's not I was thinking about the myth, right? People say, I just ask for referrals, or do you have referrals to give me? That was at the back. What you do at the front is most important. So I share with them what I'm into. I want to build a referrals-based business.
Mm-hmm.
I share with them that I want to build. I tell them why I want to build a referrals-based business already, because of trust and experience. And then finally, if I have testimonials, I will show them testimonials.
Wow.
I'll also show them the referrals that I have at the start. That's why. So that I can drop the seed of referral and tell them that, yeah, this is normal.
That's amazing.
So a word I normally use
is, you show them like 20. One person.
So I will flip a bit, but I'll choose one to let them read.
Okay.
I'll flip that to show that I have quite a few. But then I'll stop at one of them to let them read. Yeah. But of course, it's the intentional one that I want them to read.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll share the referrals that's given to me, all at the start or the beginning of the appointment. And all this will give me a lot of social proof. And I normalize and I tell them, this is what my clients do for me after the session. Yeah. Yeah. So I also share with some clients is today, in terms of if you're doing workshops, yeah, you should always inject your referrals asking after a big epiphany that you teach, a big aha moment that you're teaching.
Giving a lot of value.
Yes, give a lot of value. Make sure the value is exploding one. Then you ask for referrals, because they will know, wow, it's something, the feeling will be very, very high. And you're like, wow, it's something that I've never heard before. Then they get referrals. Then you ask for referrals, ma.
Wow.
So there's a little science to it. That's my general framework. So I
pre-frame the very important key is the timing, right? The timing.
Yes, you're right. Yes, the timing. Yes. So that's one of the.
I'm just very curious. But I'm just very curious. Let's say if you show the proof and all that, right, at the front, will your clients feel very overwhelmed? Say, wow, Kevin, do I really need to give you 20, 30, 40 referrals? What would you say?
I answer in one simple line. So I have the referrals and testimonial, right?
Yeah.
I'll close, and for example, let's say Jonathan, you're the client, right? I'll say, oh, Jonathan, don't worry. If I do a good job, you might give me more.
Wow, I love this, guys. Are you all hearing this? I love it. I love it. How he handle objections.
I set the expectation. I close. I stop showing and I go back. I go back to work. I go to the business appointment.
Awesome. That's a very, very nice way to close this. Awesome. So how many times do you ask them for referral? You mentioned there's a one time in front, right? And how many times do you ask for referral?
So at the start it's about during for my presentation, right? At the start it's about preparation. It's about preparation.
Yeah.
Pre-framing.
Yeah.
Showing them everything is very normal to give me referrals. It's very normal to give me testimonials. I normalize it. So they're like, oh, with Kevin it's normal, no? Oh, and he's in the referral business. Oh, so they'll get this into their head at the start. I communicate this early, ma. Then in the middle of my appointment, what I'll do is I'll actually bring up a lot. If this guy's referred, I'll bring up the name of the referral a lot, the person that referred him. And then at the end, that is when I asked for referrals after my big AHA presentation.
Wow.
So that will tie up nicely and lead up to at the end when I ask, how do you find the meeting today? They'll be like, whoa, wow. Then I'll ask, so who would you like to share with me that also want to have this experience with me? Yeah.
Wow, love it. So I think you also mentioned before that there are different referrals, right? One of them, like what you mentioned, is the value exchange referrals. Can you share with us like the other different methods?
Okay, this is something I come up with. Again, it's specific for my industry. Is where we meet our clients usually in about 3 sales process stages lah. Okay?
Yeah.
So the first one is about fact finding. First time we meet the client. So I call that value referrals, which means it's exchange of value. Because there's no sale. We usually close sales on the second appointment. So you bring value, knowledge, advice to the table. The exchange, we tell the client, you don't pay me money, but you can pay me by referrals. So that's value exchange. Yeah, but of course your presentation, your work must be solid lah.
Yeah, definitely.
You meet the client, you draw 3 circles, then you want the referrals, cannot lah. Right? Yeah. So that's one. Okay. Next, at the closing stage is where we talk about offering a solution. Right? So that one is what we call a solution referrals.
Solution referrals.
Solution referrals. Why is it called solution referrals? Because the client will have taken up a product with us.
Yeah.
So I'll ask the client, is there anyone of the same profile like you that could also require this this investment, this insurance, or this product? Yeah. So it's profiling. It's where you ask for people's specific profile, specific product. It's all solution. The solution to what they got, solution referrals.
Yeah.
And of course, when the prospect become your client already, the third stage, right, for us is what we call the relationship referrals.
Relationship referrals.
Yeah. You see, there are a lot of people that like to do sales, close sales, but they don't like to follow up.
The money is in the follow-up actually.
I'm in the business for 10 years. It's also because I have a good CRM system from the start. Again, I learned from my mentors. They taught me a good system. Yeah, I mean, you're a mentor yourself. I'm sure you teach good systems to your people. And then you nurture and build the community. Yeah. And I nurture my clients. So that's most important. Yeah, that's how my clients, after 10 years, they're still my clients and they have very, very high loyalty. So it's about how you nurture with relationships and then you get passive referrals over the years. So yeah, that's how I'm 10 years. And I'm looking, I think more years. I'm in the business for a long term. So
I'm just very curious. You have such a huge customer base, right? Have you ever like measure on average how many referrals a client give to you?
Okay,
Average,
John. Okay, let me. Okay, we are great friends. Okay, so I'll give you a very honest. This first 3 years, I was very, very hardworking in the business. Okay, on average, because the first 3 years when I met clients, on average, between those never give me and give me, right? On average, I think it was about 15 to 20.
Wow, that's still a lot. That's still a lot.
Yes, yeah, about 15 now. I would say 15 because most of my clients that give a lot, right? They'll give like 20, 25 referrals. And because I built and I ask for referrals every single time in my client. In the first 3 years, I built so much, right? The next 7 years, which is until right now, right? I honestly speaking, I don't work as hard I don't ask for as hard for referrals anymore, but I get a lot of passive referrals because my clients, the first 3 years, they're all been ingrained, programmed. Yes, we don't use brainwash, program. They remember that Kevin, oh yeah, after promotion, he needs referrals. And he's doing referral business. So the next 10 years, I nurture and always remember I'm the referral person. I do my business only through referrals. I don't cold call, I don't door knock. So they are always actively referring me clients and friends. Just today, John, just before we started, right? One of my top clients, she's one of the top lawyers in Singapore. She just gave me a referral over text.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. nowadays it's getting harder to go for morning walks with you because you got so many referrals to follow up. My good friend Kevin.
Yeah, I'm also building a team lah, which is why. So,
So
yeah.
most people, they are worried when they ask for referrals, right? They get rejected. What kind of advice would you give to this group of people? The fear of rejection.
John, I feel the fear of rejection happens in all sales industry. I think everyone. I talk about extreme. I talk about the Grant Cardones, the Gary V's. I talk about yourself. I talk about me. Our coach Melvin. We will all receive and get a lot of rejections.
Yeah.
The idea is to understand that today we will miss 100% of the shots we don't take.
That's very true. That's very, very true.
Today, if you don't ask, you never get a yes. This is the top reason. This is the top reason why I say a lot of people. Okay, I'm in the insurance industry. A lot of people in my industry, they only ask for referrals at the closing. They ask for referrals after the client is with them for 1 year or 2 years, because they have the mindset that I might get rejected on my first appointment. But little do they know that it's the first appointment. If you started asking, you know your value and you know how to do it correctly, you'll get a lot of referrals. You get the most referrals.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you tell me rejections? Yes, plenty. Plenty. I mean, for me to get so many referrals, I also have to be rejected a lot. Yeah. It's not like we're going for a shotgun trial, that every shot I take sure hit the bullseye. No lah. Yeah. There'll be a lot of rejections. Take it in our stride, but we always say if something happens, if people say no, it's okay. It's okay. Nothing's gonna happen. The sky won't fall down on you, so it's okay. Yeah.
So how would you respond? Like, let's say if somebody reject you, you ask for referral, the person say no. How would you respond?
For my appointments, right? So what I'll do is, of course, I'll re-strengthen why I'm in the referral business. I'll reinstate why I'm in the referral business. Then I share that are there people like to share the same business with me, and then I'll ask them how is their experience different with me.
The why.
I usually talk about a lot of the why, and then I'll ask again. I usually ask about 2 more times. And then when the person doesn't have any names in mind, right? I will tell them it's okay because you can always give me on the next appointment.
Wow.
What's the idea? I mean, no one likes to be
open.
Be open, be transparent. Yeah, don't be pushy. Yeah, don't go like, you must give me someone. No one likes it. And being a client, you will always meet the second time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so wait for the second time. Can ask again.
So coming back, right, do you give a template to your clients? So let's say, for example, they refer you like 20 names, 30 names, right? So do you give them a template so that, the person that's being referred, they don't get a shock of their life?
Yes, I do. Yes, it's very important because I don't do cold calls, right? Cold call means you're not informed of anything. So what I do is I make sure, yes, John, I do send my clients the template for them to they can use it as a reference to edit and send to their friends that they want to refer.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are informed first, then I contact them.
Okay. But is there a way for you to track whether they send out? There's no way lah. So you basically just share with them. Hopefully they refer. If they don't, you're also fine with that. Am I right?
Yes, you're right. And of course, what I'll do is I'll follow up with my client. Because so what happens is after I get the referrals from my client, I'll inform the client, say, I will look to communicate with them. Let's say today is a Monday, right? Then I'll look to contact them maybe next Monday.
Okay.
So this client has 1 week to inform them, right?
Okay.
I'll follow up with him maybe on Saturday or Sunday night. Saturday or Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
So usually Saturday, 2 days before. And then if you say, he has informed so and so, not informed so and so, I'll make sure I only contact those he has informed.
Oh, wow. So you ask for permission first. You ask for permission first to make sure the person is comfortable before you reach out to them. Am I right?
Yes, you're right. Yeah. Especially in this day and age where it's very sensitive. Yeah. All the more during my appointment, right, I must wow the client more. Because another myth I want to debunk is people think Singaporeans don't like to refer people. It's not true. Because Singaporeans only like to refer people if you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially it comes to food. If there's good food, we always refer, right? We always
Exactly.
ask our friends, let's go to this place to eat.
Correct. But you see, the prerequisite is you must be good.
Yeah.
So today, if during the appointment, you're not good enough, you don't perform, you're not different and good enough, why you give the other person no reason to refer you.
Yeah.
You could be like just another agent for me, just another agent that the person meet. Then why must refer you? It's like, char kway teow, this one char kway teow, you char kway teow what? What's so different?
Because the other thing is that I realize is because they don't want to jeopardize the relationship. If they don't see the value, they don't want to jeopardize the relationship because they don't want to refer something bad to their friends or family members.
I agree. Same thing with food, ma.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I feel that this char kway teow is like 7/10.
Yeah.
If I review to my friend, like my friend can say, "Hey, 不好吃嘞." Then wow, I also sian, right?
Very bad. Yeah.
I also feel like bad referral. But today, if I eat this char kway teow 9/10, 10/10.
Wow, you're gonna ask everybody to come down.
All right, won't regret. I tell you, eat, won't regret one.
Awesome. So one key thing that we want to take back today is that it's not just about referral, it's not just about asking referral, but also curating the best customer experience for your clients, right?
Exactly. Yes, you're right. Yes. So I always say you must always go back to your mentors. Always go back to your mentor. I like to use the analogy of being in the gym. Today we are a gym or a boxer or a fighter, right? MMA. Yeah. So this is where you always think you could be good enough. But if you have that mindset, right, then you're always gonna be beaten.
Yeah.
You must always think you're not good enough. Because there's so many ways to do things. Always go back to your mentor who actually has walked the road already, has the experience. Ask them for advice all the time.
Amazing.
Like John, you and me, we all got coaches. We are coaches, but we also got coaches.
Yes, exactly. I believe in coaching myself.
Yeah, and our coaches got coaches.
Yeah. So we are all constantly learning, right? There's no such thing as somebody that knows it all, right?
Yes, exactly. Really.
Because even our mentors, they also have like a mentor themselves, right? So this is something that we strongly believe in. This is something that we believe that only when you are teachable, only when you are humble, right? That's where you will continue to grow and excel. Yes. All right, Kevin, one last question, right? Now that you're in this industry for 10 over years, right? 10 years, 10 over years, and you're so good at referral, what advice would you give to a younger self if you were to start all over again? What is one advice would you give to your younger self if you were to start all over again?
Actually, John, for this, right, I feel a lot for this question. I get asked this quite a few times during interviews. And I want to say the most important advice I would give to my younger self is to drop the ego.
Drop the ego. Wow.
Drop the ego. Why? Because I'll be let me share with you. I mean, when I started, I tell you, when I had very good results very fast. Yeah, I was earning 5-6-figure income very fast in the industry, but that made me big-headed. Ego become very, yeah. So if you ask me, could I have grown faster and bigger in the past? I could have been bigger and faster if only I dropped my ego much lower. Yeah, so I feel it is about being grounded. Like our coaches are being grounded. Always stay. You mentioned about humility just now, being humble. I agree with you 100%, 1,000%. Yeah, being humble, most important, regardless of which stage, which level you're at. Yeah, stay hungry to learn more from people. Yeah, regardless what level you're at. Now, I learned that through the hard way of the last 10 years. Yeah, through my ups and downs. I mean, I have my own ups and downs in my own journey. So I'm very glad to meet my community, and I always make sure I drop all my ego to learn from anyone, whether they are 21 years old or 55, regardless. Yeah, regardless of age, experience, I'm always hungry to learn from them. So my advice to my younger self would be drop all your ego to learn everything from people.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Thanks for the open sharing. For those of you that you guys enjoy this sharing and you like to follow Kevin, right? I'll actually drop his Instagram link below. For those of you that are interested, right, you can actually follow him and connect with him. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content today. All right. So do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell. Every day we'll be launching new videos to teach you how to grow and scale your e-commerce business. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you guys for the next video. All right. See you. Bye-bye.